welcome to Melly Carol Tarot. This is a timeless pick-a-card reading. So whenever you find these messages, they are meant for you then. Now we have 3 piles. Number 1 is with the rose quartz. Number 2 is with the turquoise. Number 3 is with the tiger's eye. So take your time, just see what crystal you're more drawn to. I tend to go for ones that, you know, are really jumping out at me. Not that I like the crystal, but that it's just jumping out. It's really a strong colour that I'm being drawn to. So yeah, and let's find out what your lesson is that you're going through in life currently. So we're going to go straight into pile 1. We have envy. I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. Then we have, okay, we have the 8 of Swords in the past position. We have the 5 of Pentacles in the present position. And we've got the Queen of Cups in the future position, which is absolutely beautiful. So what I'm getting from this, I just say what I see. So with the 8 of Swords, this is very much about feeling trapped, basically. You know, she's in between these swords. She's got a blindfold on. She believes that she's trapped. However, the swords speak about the mental realm. So it's trapped in your mind. So it's a belief in your mind that you are trapped in whatever situation this is. Maybe you're feeling trapped because you have this envy about what other people have, you know, or how other people are, and you don't believe that, you know, that you have something better to offer, or that you are equal to them. You're going through, you know, understanding that the envy or the jealousy that you feel for someone, or for someone's life, or for someone, even for someone's lifestyle, it doesn't make you equal. You're putting someone else on a pedestal. If you're envying what they have, you're saying that you can't have something to that degree of fulfillment. You know, you're wanting something that you are perceiving that you can't have. However, what they have is what they're going to have. It's not going to be the same for you, but you just have to have trust that, you know, whatever it is, it will come to you in divine timing, you know, in the right time and in the right way. But as I can see, like with the 8 of Swords, there's this belief there that, you know, you're trapped, you're stuck. You know, you can't go and get that new job, or you can't go traveling that you see on Instagram and or, you know, all over social media. You're like, I want to go do that, but I'm trapped and I can't go do that. And the many reasons you're giving yourself are all these swords to why you feel trapped, these excuses. You know, oh, I can't do it because I haven't got money. Oh, I can't do it because I've got no one to travel with. Oh, I can't do it because, you know, I'm not pretty enough, or I'm not skinny enough, or whatever society has created you to believe, you know, is making you fall into the feeling of envy. Like you don't have enough to offer. You don't have something that's good enough. And that takes me into this 5 of Pentacles. Immediately as I saw this in your present position, it's this feeling of not enough. I'm not enough, my job's not enough, my life's not enough. I can't be happy because nothing is enough for me. Which is so false. You know, you are enough. You always have been enough. It's just, yet again, in the past, all these societal things are saying you're not skinny enough. You're not pretty enough. You know, you're not lovable enough. You haven't got enough money. It's not enoughness. You know, it's this feeling left out in the cold, because of things that have been said or things that have conditioned you into believing that you are trapped where you are. And it's caused you in this present position to really feel like you can't go out, you can't seek help. You know, you're being left here to fend for yourself, to help yourself. You can't go and ask for help. It doesn't look open. It doesn't look inviting. And yet there is help. There are people that want to be in your life, you know, and you have to take yourself out of this mental cage, you know, that you're holding, or, you know, this is the past position, so you were holding yourself here with many things. But the reason you were holding yourself there, and that's coming up for you again, is this not enoughness. Not enough money, not enough passion in my job, not enough, you know, X, Y, and Z, whatever it is. And because you feel not enough, you're immediately perceiving that what someone else has is enough. And it will be enough for you if you've got that thing. But it just breeds envy in you. And really what we want to do is say, you don't feel enough because you're comparing yourself to other people. Instead of, hang on, you are enough, you do have enough, and you have skills and talents from the moment you were born. It's just no one told you, no one congratulated you and praised you on your skills and talents. So you went through life completely lost, you know, not feeling enough for love, not feeling enough for yourself, you know, by thinking things like, I'm not pretty enough, you know, I've not got a good enough body to be in a bikini. I'm not fun enough to be around my friends. You know, all these constraints, they all lead back to this not enoughness. This is my not enoughness card. And when I see this, I know what this is. Like, it's this victim mentality as well, like with the envy. If you're in envy, you're saying, I can't have what they have. You're saying, I desire to have what they have, but I can't have it. It's this victim mode of powerlessness, saying, no, you know, this is the challenge you're trying to overcome at the moment, being that you need to understand you are enough, and that this not enoughness it comes from other people, not you. You were born a whole being, and then slowly people gave you the reasons. People gave you these reasons. Social media gave you the reason of you aren't skinny enough, you aren't pretty enough. This person gave you the reason that then, you know, you're not fun enough. This person gave you the reason that you're not lovable enough because they cheated or they lied or they left you for someone else, and you believed that you weren't enough because of what they told you. You mentally caged yourself in and made it a reality for you that you can never believe the opposite of that. You can never turn around and say, I am enough, I've had enough. I'm enough because I am enough. We put reasons on why we are enough instead of just putting a full stop there and saying, I am enough because I am enough. But we weren't taught that from birth. We were taught from birth that we are enough just how we are, instead of, you'll be enough if you're a good girl. You'll be enough if you do well in school. You'll be enough if you have enough friends. You'll be enough if you have a good home life. All of these things, you know, that are, look, these are external. These are things that she's took in and blindfolded herself and believed they are truths. You know, the Ace of Swords is the sword of truth, the sword that brings us clarity. And you have many that you aren't taking off the blindfold and saying, hang on a minute, these aren't true for me. These are what I've absorbed from my ex. These are what I absorbed from my family members. These are what I absorbed from past friendships. You know, these aren't true. These come from the fact that they were projecting onto me that they didn't feel fun enough, and they projected that out onto me. And I've trapped myself in that. I've made myself believe that I'm not worthy, I'm not enough, because of the past. Because of the past. So in your present position, turn it around. Turn it around and say, I am enough. I don't need to envy what other people have. I need to see that's their life for them. But it won't be my life for me. I've got good things coming my way. I've got exciting things coming my way. It's believing that what society says about us and what other people say about us is a projection onto us. It's not true. Find your truth, you know. Go out and have fun and then realise, actually, I am fun. Go out and read a book and realise you can read and you are intellectual. Go out and start doing a flower course or, you know, and find out that you're creative. And then all of these ways will just start to realise, hang on a minute, I am enough and I have enough to offer someone. Even just to offer yourself, to feel good about yourself. You aren't left out in the cold, but you are making yourself left out in the cold with all these mental constructs, these concepts of the reasons, the false truths. These aren't helping you. You know, these are not serving you to be like that. But then in the future position, which is so beautiful, you have the Queen of Cups. Now, the cup speaks about emotions. So this is like an emotionally mature woman. Someone that's coming into their emotions, that has this emotional intelligence of what's happening. You know, someone that's becoming more emotionally understanding of how truly whole they are, you know, reading their emotions when a thought comes up that's, you know, negative and trapping, that's saying the reasons why you are not enough, and realising, hang on a minute, that's making me feel bad. That negative thought that says, I'm not enough because I'm not lovable, I'm not enough because I'm not pretty enough, makes me feel really bad inside. Trust those emotions. Those negative emotions are saying that is not true for you. Those negative emotions are coming from thoughts that are not true for you. And what you need to do is harness the feel-good emotions. When you feel good, when you've created, I don't know, a meal, a project, a new career, you know, how you feel when you are out in nature, how you feel when you run yourself a bath, how you feel when you can go out and have some fun, go play crazy golf, you know, go take yourself out to the cinema to watch a funny movie. Like, realise that the feel-good feelings are the ones that are leading you to emotionally mature, you know, and you're leveling up in your emotions. You're feeling satisfied and fulfilled and understanding that you're no longer left out in the cold. You are no longer not enough. You actually are enough. You're a queen. You're a goddess or god, you know, whatever, female, male. Just because it's got a queen in it doesn't mean that a man can't harness that emotional maturity, that emotional intellect, you know. And you can, with the more that you address these feelings that are really leaving you out in the cold, that are making you feel like you can't turn to anyone and go indoors and be comfortable and warm, you know. Turn to the emotions that make you feel so good. And if you haven't been feeling many of those because of this past mental constructs, you know, then nurture yourself in what emotionally you love to do. And as you do that, and as you level up and you become into this, you know, Queen of Cups, you will recognise that I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges, you know. So I hope that's all I've got for you. I really hope that helped. Yeah, and if it did, then hit like, and if you want to see more of my videos, then hit subscribe. Yeah, awesome. So I'm going to move on to pile 2. Put my cards away. So this is pile 2 with the turquoise. And we're going to go straight into your reading. What have we got for you? Oh, I love this card. Look at it's just beautiful. Service. I feel good when I can help others. Oh yeah, hell yeah. Okay, so wow. So what I'm getting for you, because I just say what I see, what I'm getting for you, so past, present position, sorry, past, this is past position, is the Nine of Pentacles, the present position is the King of Pentacles, and then the future position is the Page of Wands. So, with the Seven of Pentacles, did I say Nine of Pentacles? I'm so sorry, the Seven of Pentacles. This is all about harnessing what seeds you have planted in the earth. So, you know, she's built herself a vineyard, you know, and now she's going out to sea to pull the crops and see and harvest, you know, what she's done. With the Pentacles, it speaks about the earthly realm. So it speaks about career, finances, anything earthly, home. You know, if you made a home for yourself, or you've made money for yourself, or you've, you know, created an abundant life. You know, you've sown these seeds. In the past position, you've been sowing these seeds that you want to come to fruition. You want them to grow. You know, you planted this first tree in the vineyard, so to speak, and now you want to harvest it, and you're looking back at, say for example, it's all about personal growth and you've been growing a lot, you know, then you're going to look back and see how much you've grown. But with the Pentacles, it speaks about the external world and earthly matters. So like work, finances, and building a home, anything external to you. You know, so you've been building, you've been sowing those seeds of what you want to do. You know, you've been taking those steps, whether that's, you know, in a course, or you've been taking a different path. You know, you've been doing whatever it is, take it how it resonates for you, that you've been working on you. You've been working on what you want to accomplish in your life. And now, you know, in the past, you've been looking back thinking, wow, I built this, and look how far I've come. You know, look at all this potential in everything that I've been creating for myself. Super positive cards. And then in the present position, we have the King of Pentacles. This is like mastery over the earthly realm. This is like CEO, businesswoman, businessman. This is, you know, look at the abundance around him. I mean, he's got his glass of wine, he's got his cake, he's got his lovely home, you know, looks like a mansion, so he must be doing really well for himself. He's got his vineyard. Look, the grapes, again, the grapes went from her hand to his abundance. I'm saying his, her, they're just what's on the card, but you can switch it where you want. You can just be male, and this is your path that you've been on. You've been, you know, trucking away at those. You've been getting the knowledge. You can see in this book, you know, he's got a glass of wine, you know, and they, you know, back in like medieval times and, you know, the olden times, they always used to see that anyone that could drink like alcohol was classed as a rich person, you know, because it was a luxury back then to have alcohol, because it was newly like imported and newly created. So, you know, building this vineyard and then harvesting everything off it, and seeing how much you've put in, puts you in this present position of feeling really abundant. You know, you're surrounded by so much abundance, and yeah, it like he's in fine clothing. You know, he can afford to buy himself decent clothing. And he's just got like everything that he feels he needs in the external world. And then it takes me onto this Page of Wands. Now, Page of Wands speaks about passion. You know, this is, and pages are usually like messengers or the initiation energy, you know, so it's the beginnings of. So in the future, there's going to be this beginning of wanting to possibly start spiritually. Now you've sort of harnessed the external world, you might want to tap into what your spiritual growth is, and you're going to start with the initiation of going on a journey of wanting to go after you're passionate about, because it might be that you loved your job, you loved and whatnot, but there's something, you feel maybe there's something missing, and you want to passionately pursue something, or spiritually, you know, follow something. And I feel with this service card, as you go from this present position of feeling really super abundant in the material realm, you're going to want to start focusing more on and having a passion for how you help others. It could just start off with just a little bit of service, I don't know, given to the homeless as you pass them by, and, you know, helping friends and family out, and you realise how rewarding and good that is, you know, and how good that feels to you. And it doesn't, you know, although you have all this material realm, you know, stuff, it might be that you know, you want to start giving and helping and giving back. You know, it could just be giving money to charity, but it looks as though you're passionately going to want to keep giving and giving, because you're in such a fortunate position of having this wealth and being like, right, okay, I have so much wealth. How can I be of service to others? How can I give back to others? You know, I've built all this for myself, but I want to share it. And that's a beautiful, beautiful thing. So at the moment, your life lesson that you're learning about is how good it feels to give to others, and knowing when you're in a fortunate position that you can start being passionately giving to others, and you can start on this spiritual journey of understanding what it is to be spiritual and not human. But spiritual is very giving energy, and, you know, we want to give to ourselves to grow spiritually. We want to give to others, whether that's just advice, or whether that's money, or whether that's, you know, just being there for someone. This service is your understanding that that's how you can give back. So that's all I got for you, pole 2, and I really hope this helped. If it did, hit like. If you want to see more of my videos, and obviously like hit subscribe. Yeah, I just really hope it resonated and it helped you in any way. Even just sometimes that clarity of what you're going through, that perspective. You know, I watch a lot of tarot readings. I have a lot of tarot readers that I watch, probably about 15 to be fair. I don't just stick to one, but they all give really good perspectives and help me to sort of draw me out of what I'm going through, and be like relatable, to be like, oh my God, yes, that's what I'm going through, and really give me perspective. And it really does help. So right, on to pile 3 with the tiger's eye. What do we have for you? The card we have is self-esteem. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. Beautiful. Okay. So in the past position, we have a King of Cups. In the present position is the 2 of Pentacles. And in the future position, I have the 8 of Cups. Now, I don't read reversals, and I just literally say what I see. So whatever comes to me is, you know, channeled from the light. Right, so in the past position, I got King of Cups. So there is this element of following your heart. I mean, look at him. He's like on his broom, ready to go, You know, he's all up in his emotions. His cup's overflowing with love. And he's like, my love, my heart will follow it. Like, he'll just lead the way and I'll follow it. Beautiful. I love it. This is really getting in touch with what it is you truly desire, what it is you really want. So say, for example, in the past, you might have been like, okay, I've been in unfulfilling relationships. What do I want from them? You know, how would I feel fulfilled in a relationship? What is it that, you know, will fulfill me and drive me to be following my heart? You know, you follow your heart and not your mind. So you're going to be seeking out relationships that tick all the boxes in terms of how you're feeling. You know, you might not just go for someone because they've got a bad boy image. You might not just go for someone because of their status or how much money they have. But you might just try to test the waters of seeing how you feel about, you know, your options. Whether this could be how you feel about your job, how you feel about a relationship, how you feel about a group of friends. Whatever it is, you're going to follow your heart. You're going to follow those emotions. If they're feel-good emotions, you're going to follow that. And this is in the past position. So this is what you've been working on sort of cultivating this really clever, not so much clever, but like this really great understanding of emotionally what you want to fulfill you. And then it leads to this. Currently, you're in this sort of juggling two things. So again, it could be that you are in this energy, but you might juggle back and forth between what it is you desire and what it is that your ego desires. You know, Page of Pentacles, it could be as well, you know, because there's so many different scenarios. This is, you know, Page of Pentacles speaks about the earth realm. So this could be, you know, 2 job opportunities that you're juggling. You might be juggling your home life and looking after children with a side project that you want to turn into a business or a hobby. It could be that you're juggling 2 homes. You might be moving from one to another, or you have 2 options of homes and 2 locations for homes. You know, either way, she isn't looking at them both. She's looking at one. So either way, you are going to come to a really clear decision of which way to go and to stop juggling between the 2 that you're so stuck on. It's taking that higher perspective and continuing to do this, continuing to say which one fulfills me. You know, do pros and cons. The pros emotionally, the pros that will satisfy me. You know, if you want to move into a different house, okay, emotionally fulfill me. If I'm closer to a field, I can go running in the mornings. Okay, well that ticks off one house because it's not near any nature. And it brings you to the other option of the other home. Or, you know, one job is not fulfilling me because, yes, it adds to my intellectual level of something I enjoy doing on an intellectual level. But I don't feel like I'm giving. I don't feel like I'm in service to others. So it could be that, you know. So you're juggling between 2 options right now. And you're not really sure which one to go for, it's okay. It's absolutely okay. Sometimes we do need to tap back into, you know, you've been following your heart, and I think you'll continue to follow your heart in the decision you'll make when it comes to having 2 options. This is the energy that you're going to tap into, because I can clearly see that with the future position. You know, you're really truly you're going to know which one's for you, and it's going to come from a knowing or from an emotion of, you know, the one that satisfies, the one that emotionally satisfies you. Because, you know, in the future position, we have you leaving something behind. So it could be that, you know, something is not fulfilling you emotionally. One of these, you know, options isn't fulfilling you emotionally. It could just be with the emotions, you're emotionally fulfilled, or you're like, one side of it is you're emotionally fulfilled and the other side you're emotionally lacking. It's just deciding and juggling between the two to know which one is right for you, which direction to go in. And you are like, it's like, maybe this one, that's smoking is going up in smoke. That saying, going up in smoke. It's no longer an option because it's made you walk away from it. It's made you realise, actually, this doesn't fulfil me emotionally, and I'm going to leave it behind. This is an emotional detachment from something or from two options to really truly know what it is that you want. Not so much want, but desire so heavily. It could be like one relationship is deeply fulfilling, but externally, like, it never was what you thought it was ever going to be. But the other one is externally fulfilling, but it's not emotionally fulfilling. And so you want to leave that one behind to go for something that you never thought was going to be a relationship in your life. But you're walking away, from the one that's not fulfilling you, because Cups always speaks about emotions. So you're going to leave it behind if it doesn't fulfill you emotionally. And, tying into this self-esteem, I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. It could be that, you are recognising you have gifts. You have two options of a career, one that you are in but you might not passionately love, and the other one, you have gifts to be able to benefit others with them and help other people with them. It could literally be anything. You might have a gift of having justice, so you might want to go and work in the justice system. You might have the gift of being able to understand people and hear people and make people feel like seen and loved, and so you might come out of an accounting job and go into a counselling job, for example. You might realise that you have this gift of giving to people and making people feel super calm. You might become a meditation teacher, but what you're doing at the moment is quite the opposite, and you're a police officer, policewoman, policeman, doesn't matter which gender. But either way, you're not building your self-esteem if you can't share your gifts. You need to be able to be like, right, my gifts are, and how can I follow my heart in that? How can I really truly do what it is that I enjoy doing, and choose the option? How can I know which one how do I know which one that I want to do? And either way, in the future, you will find out. You will know. You will understand, because if you keep in this energy of following your heart, you will realise none of these cups are fulfilling, none of these jobs, none of these relationships, none of these, opportunities are fulfilling you enough, and you'll walk away towards something, that is fulfilling. Because the 9 of Cups is all about a wish fulfillment, and that's the next cup up from the 8 of Cups. So she's walking away to go and get her wish fulfillment in the 9 of Cups, which is so beautiful. You do have to walk away from everything that's not fulfilling you emotionally, that's making you question and doubt and worry, is this for me? If you have to question it, find out where that stems from. Is that just you sabotaging something that you believe is too good to be true? Or is it got a deeper meaning that it's not fulfilling you, and that's why you keep coming back to, is this right for me? Because I feel like if you were following your heart, you'll be like, yes, I know what's right for me. I have a knowing, a deep, deep knowing that you can't almost understand. You just have to follow. So that's basically all I had for you, pile 3. I really hope it helped. And if it did, hit like. And if you want to see more of my videos, then hit subscribe. Thank you so much. Love you. Bye.